All right, everybody. This week was supposed to be more of a travel video. I was going to do a long hike, but the wildfire smoke in Washington has made that not really feasible. So we're going to do a home project this week, and behind me is kind of the area we're working with. It's a little ugly at the moment. We have visions for this being a garden. You can see some of our vegetables over there growing in those raised beds. But what we want to work on right now is making a trellis for these roses. You can see we have some beautiful roses, but at the moment they're kind of scattered all over the place. So we're going to work on building a trellis to run along this area and kind of cordon it off. They used to look a lot better, but on our last trip when we went away, the deer came in and started eating them up. So I'm hoping this trellis helps to prevent that in the future, or at least slow down how much they actually eat. Step one in this process is actually figuring out where the trellis is going to run along this. So I'm just going to work on clearing out as much of the weeds and anything growing that I don't want there. I'm pretty happy with that area for now. What I'm going to do is build the trellis a little bit back here. So kind of a line that's going to end up being behind these roses. I think preferably I'd rather do it in front of them, but it's this troublemaker that's making it an issue. So it's growing about 1.5 feet behind the other ones further back in this garden. I thought about trying to figure out how to dig it up and replant it. I just don't know how challenging that is. It's huge, and the roses are really beautiful, so I don't want to end up killing it. I might do a little more research and figure out how hard it is to rebury it, replant it. That was a nice bird. So I'll pause here and figure that out. So from what I've seen online, it says you can do it, but you got to get a lot of the root system up, and I'm just not sure if I'll be able to manage that. So I think I'll keep it as is and run the trellis between the two systems. So what I'm going to do now is kind of dig down and see how deep I can go to get the base of the trellis in the ground. We have the holes dug out, and next we're going to go through and make sure all the trellises fit and that they're nice and even. So now we're going to try our best to run this rose bush that's on the ground through the trellis. Doesn't look too bad, so we're gonna keep going. This one is gonna be a beast though. It is really unusually shaped, so we'll see what we can do, but really pretty flowers on it. That's why I didn't want to dig it up and risk losing them. All right, this is what we have after one day. You can definitely see some parts not exactly flush with each other. It's a little cattywampus here and there, but where I'm from, we just call that charm. So I'm pretty pleased with it for how it's coming out so far. You can see here the drop down on an angle here, on a slope. So I'm thinking I want it to kind of waterfall down. So we'll go 3 and then drop it. That's probably 2 inches. I think I'll probably end up having 9 of these pieces. So 2 more drops should get us to a pretty good spot, but that's looking good for now. I'm very happy with that, and I'm calling it today on account of the sprinkler. We are back for day 2, and we're gonna see if we can finish this up. There we have it. All the trellises are up, and now what I'm gonna do is line more gravel along here, and then I think I'm gonna do some river rocks. We have river rocks everywhere, so I'll see how that looks. All right, that was kind of a last minute idea. We have bricks all over our property too, just like the river rocks from who knows when. So I actually think that looks pretty nice once we fill it with the river rocks. Be enough river rocks. What we're gonna do next is just try to spread them out in a nice manner. Maybe move the larger ones to the back, smaller ones to the front, and where they're kind of monochromed, maybe mix the 2 groups together a little bit. We're gonna wait to do that this evening, wait for the sun to go down a little bit so it's a little cooler. gonna do for this project. I'm probably just gonna put some dirt in this trench, lay a little grass seed down to make that look a little nicer, but it's gonna take a while for the grass to come in. You can see we started doing this pattern with the larger rocks in the back, and we were gonna kind of have them descend in size as they got closer to the bricks, but that's a lot easier said than done. Maybe we'll just do a few rows over time. But I'm really happy with how this came out. Maybe before posting I'll try to get a video if a few more flowers come in, but this is hopefully going to just look better and better as time goes on, as the roses fill out and climb the trellis a little bit. So we'll see. I'm sure you'll see updates of that as time goes on, but this was a fun project. Only took about 2 days to do, so not too much time. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next week.
Like and subscribe.